other words, they want peace. As soon as I'm 6 feet under and they've stepped on me, then everything is going to be peaceful.
This is one of the settlements on the West Bank. Every day, the Israelis become more entrenched here. And who are the workers building these houses? In one of the great ironies of the Middle East, they're Palestinians, the very same Palestinians who don't want any settlements here, who don't want any Jews here.
I need to bring money for my children, for my food. That's why I'm doing it.
Do you feel odd, a Palestinian building homes for Jews?
אתה מרגיש פגוע שאתה צריך לבנות בשביל היהודים ולא בשביל הערבים? זה מעליב אותך? כן. Yes, I asked him if it's offending him and he said yes.
Well, I still don't understand how this thing could ever resolve itself. If they want the land and you want the land.
But we have the power. If the Jew is weak, of course it comes down. That's how Britain came here. That's how America captured all of the continent, half the continent of North America. That's how every country did. They had the power, but we also have the right. You see, you have to have the right and the power. The Jews have been right for thousands of years, but they were victims, and I don't think they should be victims anymore.
If you were sentenced to life, what did the Israelis accuse you of?
إذا حكموك لمدى الحياة إيش كانت تهمتهم؟
التهمة كانت قتل جنود إسرائيليين.
The accusation was killing Israeli soldiers.
Were the accusations true?
هل كانت التهم حقيقية؟
They were true.
Among the leaders of the Palestinian uprising are veterans of Israeli jails, including some of those released in a 1985 prisoner exchange. We asked 7 young men from the front lines to talk to us about their beliefs, their plans, their prospects.
In their opinion, I know they can't be sure, but in their opinion, will it be necessary to kill Israelis in the continuing struggle?
They deserve to be killed because they are living on a land which does not belong to them.
If you get a state on the West Bank and Gaza, will this be enough?
Palestine is indivisible. Haifa, Acre, Jaffa, Galilee, Nazareth, all these are part of Palestine.
And so the Israelis are right. The Israelis are right. It's a fight to the death. There's no compromise possible, no coexistence possible. There will be Israel or a Palestinian state. There cannot be both, right?
I'm not saying that I want to kill the Jews or throw the Jews in the sea. I'm saying that everybody who came here from outside the country should go back to where he came from.
What I'm hearing is that a state of Israel, a Jewish state, run by Jews, governed by Jews, for Jews, cannot exist.
No. I say no. No. Unacceptable. I want Palestine, all of it, entirely.
The Holy Land, land of Abraham, Jesus, and Muhammad. There was a plan just after World War II that would have made it a homeland for both Jews and Palestinians, 2 separate nations. But the Arabs rejected that idea and attacked the new nation of Israel. In the end, Israel won and took more of the land. The partition plan was dead. In succeeding wars, Israel gained even more territory, including the West Bank and the Gaza Strip.
As for the 1.4 million Palestinians who live in these occupied territories, no one will have them. No Arab country has ever wanted them. In essence, they are citizens of nowhere, ruled now by the Israeli army. Today's rioting is the culmination of 40 years in political limbo.
Major General Amram Mitznah is what Israel's founding fathers had in mind. Born on a kibbutz in the pioneering tradition, at the age of 42, he is the commander of Israel's central region, which means he is the ruler of the West Bank.
We are still in a conflict here with the Arabs, with the Palestinians. We have, even by using force, to bring once again order and stability to this area.
Palestinians I know in Nablus told me that they're particularly afraid of you because you're very tough but very smart.
Well, I can't say thank you because I don't like to be tough, but sometimes I need to.
Nablus is the largest and, from the Israeli point of view, the most troublesome city on the West Bank.
Do you think you'll be able to stay here?
Yes, I'm sure about it. There is no alternative. This is our country.
Here? Right here?
You're speaking about Nablus. The politicians will take a decision.
This was a quiet day. Quiet enough for the general to chat with some merchants, older men. There is no dialogue between Israelis and the young men. Now, you walking up and down this block and talking to people, it's what Americans call winning hearts and minds. I didn't believe you did this kind of thing in downtown Nablus.
Well, I'm trying my best. When you meet people, you see on their eyes that they don't like us and they don't want us to be here. By force, they will achieve nothing.
But they've achieved quite a bit already. They've been ignored. 2 months ago, nobody was talking about the Palestinians, and they were ignored in Amman, they were ignored in the summit in Washington. Now everybody's talking about them. They have achieved that, and they did it by
I won't argue with you because I think that you're right in some way of seeing it, and they achieved recognition that there is a problem.
That's right.
And you cannot sweep the problem under the rug.
An hour off from the mean streets to drop in on the general's alma mater, a tank training school in the Judean desert.
General, I've got to tell you, I personally have seen a lot of soldiers beating up people who didn't have to be beaten up. Are they running amok? Are they out of control? Or were they ordered to do that?
No. They are not ordered to do so. They are not ordered to hit or to beat people. As you saw in your own eyes, unfortunately, sometimes it is not working well.
You know, I talked to some soldiers last week who told me that what they've learned in the last 2 months is to hate Arabs.
Yes, I heard this talks many times. And this is one of the things that I'm worried about.
But is there anything they're learning here that will prepare them for Nablus?
No, just being soldiers and being people.
Early morning in Jerusalem, Israel's capital, and you can hear the sounds of a divided city.
How many stones did you supply to the Arabs to split Israelis' heads? How many stones?
We just want PLO. I said that's 100 times, just PLO.
Anybody who is trying to take Jerusalem for himself alone would be making a mistake. This is everybody's city, and every citizen has the same right. Arabs or Greeks or Armenians, and certainly Jews.
Teddy Kollek, the Jewish mayor.